Are you stupid or were you lied to? Because if you think your Hamilton house is still worth 2021 money, you're not just wrong, you're bleeding equity. Look outside. Your neighbor just sold for $220,000 less than they paid 3 years ago. That's not a rumor, that's happening on Hamilton streets. And here's the truth. The market sets the price, not you, not your realtor. Right now, the market is screaming. Your home isn't worth what you think it is. Stay locked in because in the next 90 seconds, I'll show you the number one thing making Hamilton families sick to their stomach right now. Miss it and you're flying blind. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. In this market, it's about to get carved up like a turkey. Wait too long and you could be next on the kitchen table. Smart sellers are getting up to $25,000 or more in cashback incentives, actually recovering equity that they've already lost. If you're ready now, info's linked below. Otherwise, keep watching. Now let's talk blood loss, renewals. People who locked in at 2%, they're getting slammed with 4% plus mortgages. Payments doubled, $1,800 more every month. That's 20 grand a year, gone. One father said, we're drowning. 40% of our income goes to our house. In Hamilton, the bank isn't your lender, it's your landlord with handcuffs. Picture it. In 2025, your renewal hits. 2 mortgage checks every month instead of 1. Which future do you choose? Protect your equity now or hand it all back to the bank? And don't think your agent saves you. Remember the script? Prices always go up. Rates will drop. Get in before it's too late. That wasn't advice. That was a sales pitch. A flat out lie. Now, sellers are sitting at $999,000, 0 offers, even after slashing 100 grand. Still crickets. Let me ask you this. If it won't sell at 900 grand, how do you still believe it's worth $1 million? Or do you finally see you were lied to? Here's the ugliest part. Every fire sale on your street, every neighbor who caves drags you down with them. You can shout, my home is different, but if nobody is listening, what's the point? Comps don't care about your feelings. In Hamilton, your neighbor's desperation is your new appraisal. Comment below, would you sell if your home value dropped 200 grand? If your payments doubled, would you fight or fold? Did your realtor tell you the truth or did they sell you the dream and lie straight to your face? Ask yourself this, are you stupid or were you lied to? Either way, the result is the same. If you don't act, your equity bleeds out one neighbor's sale at a time. Next, I'm going to show you the number that proves Hamilton prices aren't coming back anytime soon. Don't blink. Miss this and you miss survival. Let's get one thing straight. The biggest threat to your home value isn't the economy, isn't the Bank of Canada, it's your neighbors. Every time one of them panics, slashes their price, takes a lowball offer, they drag you straight down with them. You think your home is worth 1.2 million, but the guy next door just sold for $1 million. Guess what? That's your new appraisal. In Hamilton, your neighbor's desperation sets your destiny. But here's the kicker. Even when you price your home aggressively, it often doesn't matter. One seller staged their home, detached, nice street, 20 showings, 0 offers. For 6 months, they cut 100 grand and still no bites. The realtor out of answers, because here's the brutal truth. If you don't cut, someone else will. And when they do, your price is toast. Now let's talk betrayal. Hamilton homeowners were told rates only go down, prices only go up. 5% down gets you in before it's too late. Those weren't facts, those were lies, and lies have consequences. People who bought into that hype are now in power of sale. Foreclosures, families losing homes, dreams turned into court orders. It wasn't a home purchase, it was financial Russian roulette, and the chamber just clicked. Hundreds of pre-construction buyers trapped. They thought they could flip for a profit. Instead, they're staring down at contracts worth 400 grand less than what they agreed to. Some are walking away, eating 100K deposits, getting sued by developers. That's not real estate, that's financial purgatory. Hamilton homeowners, you can't afford to play this game blind. You need the real number, not the fantasy. Not your neighbor's wish price, not your realtor's sales pitch. The real number buyers will actually pay you today. That's why I built my Hamilton Seller Survival Guide. Inside, I break down the comps, the traps, and the lies, and exactly how I give sellers up to $25,000 or more in cashback incentives when they sell. Click the link below to find out how and make a decision before the market makes it for you. Only a handful of Hamilton homeowners will act. The rest bleed 6 figures of equity. They'll list with the agent that tells them what they want to hear, and then after your home doesn't sell, you'll give me a call. Click the link below and grab it now before your neighbor sells and takes you down with them. But don't go anywhere because next I'll show you why waiting even 90 days could cost you the down payment on your next house. Miss this and you'll regret it for the next decade. Here's the truth that no one wants to admit. Your house isn't sitting pretty. It's sitting exposed, naked in a storm. And buyers, they're not competing, they're circling. Predators with cash. One seller dropped their price $200K in 60 days. Thought that would spark a rush. Instead, buyers smelled desperation. They came back $50K under the new price. That's the game now. Cut once, bleed twice. In Hamilton, price cuts don't attract buyers, they attract sharks. And here's the worst part. Time isn't neutral, time is your enemy. Every extra month on market, you're feeding buyers ammo. They ask, what's wrong with this place? Why hasn't it sold? And then they hammer you. Lower, lower, lower. Now stack that on top of renewals. Families who bought in 2020, renewing in 2025. Old payment, $2,200. New payment, $4,000 plus. An extra $1,800 a month swing. 20 grand a year. Money they don't have. One Ontario dad admitted, we're hanging on by a thread. That's not a budget problem, that's a time bomb. Renewals aren't interest rates, they're detonators wired to your equity. So here's the fork in the road. Path 1, educate yourself now, cut clean, control your exit. Path 2, head in the dirt, hope, pray, bleed. Until your neighbor undercuts you, until buyers gut punch your price, until the bank collects what's left. Which path are you walking down right now? If this hits you in the gut, pause. Like this video, share it with the Hamilton homeowners still in denial, because their silence today could be foreclosure tomorrow or another 100 grand off their price. And don't think this pain is just detached homes. Condo is even worse. Pre-construction buyers are drowning. Assignments everywhere. Contracts worth 400 less than the purchase price. Developer suing, deposits gone. Lives wrecked. Pre-construction isn't an investment. It's a coffin you sign before it's built. And here's the savage truth. This isn't a blip, it isn't a dip, it's structural. Hamilton is bleeding faster than GTA average. Niagara, Burlington, Peel, all sliding, but Hamilton's leading the collapse. If you think you're safe because you bought in a good neighborhood, think again. The market doesn't care. And remember what I told you before. The number that should make homeowners sick to their stomach. Don't flinch, miss that stat, and you miss your only chance to survive Hamilton's collapse. Here it is, the number I've been holding back. Hamilton homes are selling for more than $250,000 under their peak pricing. Not listings, not rumors, sales. And they're sitting for 60, 90, 120 days before buyers even blink. And here's the brutal truth. That's the stat making homeowners sick to their stomach every time the appraisal hits. In Hamilton, every day you wait, your equity leaks like a severed artery. Think you can ride it out? Prices are not bouncing back anytime soon. 2021 is gone. Pandemic highs, a memory of the past. The denial phase is over. Shame is setting in. Families whispering, we overpaid, we screwed up. And every new listing confirms it. Your neighbor slashes, your comps collapse, and your value dies with them. Now layer in the real villain, the clock. Renewals hitting in 2025. Thousands of Hamilton buyers waking up to payment shock. $1,800 more a month, $20K more a year, crushed. Some will list out of desperation, others will lose to the bank. But either way, their pain becomes your comp. You don't have years, you don't have months, you have a window and it's closing. Every neighbor who sells below you erases you. Every renewal that resets higher drags you. This isn't fear-mongering, this is math. So let me remind you of the path. Path 1, you take control, you protect your equity, you sell smart, you walk away with options. You actually educate yourself about the choice you're making. Path 2, you stall, you deny, you bleed six figures until you're begging buyers to take it off your hands. Which future do you want to live in? If you chose number 1, that's why I built my seller survival guide. Inside, I break down the comps, the traps, and the lies, and exactly how I give sellers up to $25,000 or more in cashback incentives when they sell. Nobody else is doing this because nobody else can. But I can and I do. Click the link below to find out how, and make a decision before the market makes it for you. No fantasies, no realtor lies, no neighbor dreams, just the truth. But listen, only a handful of Hamilton homeowners will act in time. The rest will procrastinate and lose equity that they'll never get back. Don't wait until your value makes you sick. Don't wait until your neighbor's fire sale guts your street. Click the link, grab the guide, claim your number before it vanishes.